What's good, Commanders family? Welcome to another episode of Everything Commanders. We got some great news. The Washington Commanders has now activated Terry McLaurin. Could this mean we are a step closer to getting this deal done? Or does it just mean that we activated Terry McLaurin? Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
Okay, Commanders family, before we get into this video, do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notifications on, so that way I can keep you in the know with Everything Commanders. Now let's get into. All right, y'all. Well. Listen, we've been waiting for a long time for this situation to come to an end, and although it may not be that this contract negotiation is over, because we still haven't seen a deal done just yet, but the Washington Commanders has just activated Terry McLaurin off the PUP list. What does that mean? That means that little fake ankle injury that he had is no longer a thing, because it never was anything. And if you believe that he really had an ankle injury, shame on you. You the fool, because we all know and we all knew that ankle situation was just a front so that boy can get that bag. He just trying to get that bag, secure his future with the Washington Commanders. So we got a game on Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. And, the guys been practicing very, very hard, trying to get themselves ready for this game. And, they probably play some of the starters in this game. And it's not as monumental as week 1 versus the Giants. But, however, at practice, it's periods that you go through to ramp up to get to the regular season. Terry McLaurin's been missing a lot of work, a lot of valuable reps with Jayden Daniels. Although they have a rapport from last season, they was building on something last year. But like my boy Cliff said yesterday, and he got to the podium and he spoke on the offense, and then he spoke on Terry McLaurin's situation, and a lot of words that he said, he didn't really hold back. This is the first time we've seen one of the coordinators speak on Terry McLaurin and just give him some hard advice. Just like, that your father would give you, like, I understand that you got the contract situation going on, but we trying to win a Super Bowl here. We trying to do great things here. We trying to progress off where we left off last year. We trying to pick up right where we left off last year and only excel, not be stagnant because of a contract negotiation, whatever the case may be. So Cliff said what he said, and now all of a sudden, Terry McLaurin has been activated off the PUP list. Now, I don't know if that's the main reason why this happened, or they already had this figured out, because when he was at practice a couple practices ago, you could see him speaking to Adam Peters. And, I'm pretty sure they've been working real, real hard on getting this deal done. It's been a lot of reports that came out saying AP is he's not the best negotiator to deal with, because he play hardball, he don't give in, and he has a set standard. That's just the way he GM, and so forth and so on. And they almost getting close to a number of 28 from somebody else said that. And then it just been a whole lot going on, a whole lot of stories, and you just don't know which one to grab and say, okay, cool, maybe this one is the real deal, maybe this one isn't. So you just got to sit back and watch and observe and see what's going on. I don't know what this move means, but I do know it means this. They're going to ramp Terry McLaurin up to get him ready for the regular season. I do not expect for him to play in this Monday night game against the Cincinnati Bengals, being as though Terry McLaurin hasn't got any work since training camp, almost a month. So I don't really think they're going to throw him out in some game on Monday night, some meaningless game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And he's probably not going to even want to be out there, because he's still trying to get that contract. Now, if you see a deal get done, then maybe Terry might want to get his feet wet. But the way DQ and the team, how they coach these players up and how they keep these players safe, you won't see Terry McLaurin out there on the field this Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, we all want this contract negotiation to be over. We've seen some reports of where the team are as far as the number they trying to give, and we've seen some reports as far as Terry McLaurin and the number that he trying to receive, and we already know they far off, but somebody gotta give, bruh. It is August the 16th. We play the New York Giants in 3 weeks. We gonna listen. I don't want to think like this, but we finna struggle a little bit. That's how it's feeling. Like we finna struggle. We already be struggling against the Giants when we play them. You know what I'm saying? They could be the worst team in the division, and we still struggle against them. We play better against the Eagles and the Cowboys when we play them than we do when we play against the Giants. We don't have time for all the shenanigans to be going on. We need our full roster. We need everybody suited and booted, ready to play. We need Terry McLaurin out there for that offense to make some noise, because they've been doing what they've been doing. Yeah, they've been getting Debo reps. They've been playing Debo all over the field. They've been incorporating Jalen Lane, and Noah Brown ain't been out there either. So when Cliff said what he said, he was speaking to Noah Brown and Terry McLaurin. But we already know Terry McLaurin is wide receiver 1, so it was more so addressed to him, if you ask me. But we're going to need everybody. We're going to need all hands on deck for week 1 versus the New York Giants at Commander Stadium, Northwest Stadium, should I say. We just going to need everybody in the building, dog. So I just be glad when this whole situation over. Does this mean that this is something for a new deal? I have no idea. But I just seen this story from Ian Rappaport on X. It says, small step. Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin is coming off the PUP list, and he's set to ramp up. The next step in returning to practice, there is no indication of progress on an extension. But with the season looming, McLaurin will begin the process of getting his body ready. That's why I'm telling you, man, like this, he ain't playing no preseason. I'm stamping that. Because this game right here is the last game you get to really get your starters in the seat, because the last game is going to be straight up rookies, people trying to make the roster because they got to do their final roster cuts or whatever the case may be. Terry McLaurin won't see the preseason. So if you're thinking he's going to be out there in the preseason, that's dead. That's dead. I'm stamping. I'm willing to go out on a limb. It will be surprising to me if we see him out there. Yeah, man. So it say he now available to practice. Doesn't mean he does, but he's available to. That's why I say you got to pay attention to things, man. You got to pay attention to things, bruh. This whole contract situation is gonna be sweated out. I'd be surprised if Terry get a deal done before the last week of week 1. Hell, he might get a deal done a few days before the install. Like I listen, from what I'm seeing, there's no urgency to get this deal done, it seems. Now, it may be, but this staff does a great job at not showing a hand. Now, Terry McLaurin pulled out all the moves he possibly could. He done, stopped coming to practice. He done said he gonna hold out. He said he wanted to be traded. He show up and just meet with the fans, sign autographs, and get up out of there. Like he just here so he don't get fined. He say he injured. He got an ankle. He done try everything he possibly can do to better his chances of getting this contract done and getting the number that he would like. We don't know what the issue is, whether it's the length of the contract or the dollar sign on the contract. And whatever that may be, we all wishing that this whole situation would be over. So yeah, man. Okay, JP Finley said Friday. Cliff Kingsbury said it's time for Terry McLaurin to get on the grass. Time for him to get on the grass. In other words, Terry, it's time to get your ass out here and go to work like the rest of these Commanders players are doing. You're part of the squad, and it's tough to actually speak on it when, you know what I'm saying, it's involving another man's money. But it becomes a time where, dog, we a team, bro. We're a team, bro. I can see if Terry McLaurin didn't have a contract in play already. You already on your last deal of your contract. Do what you got to do, but still practice. You've been dragging it on for so long. Get out there and practice. Still keep your body in shape. Do whatever you got to do so that way if it do come down to the point where you don't get a deal done for the season, guess what? You ready to go. You ready to go put on and show out. So that way, guess what? Hopefully you can get that big deal. Because for whatever reason, they looking at that 1 year of success that you had since they've been here, and that's all they pretty much, they look at it like, okay, that's just 1 year. Do it again. Make me a believer. We know what you value. We know your value for the franchise, but do they? Yes, they've been on the outside looking in. It's a lot of people outside of the Commanders organization that been sleeping on Terry McLaurin. A lot of people, and us Commanders fans been saying he been one of the ones since day one. But he just gotta. It's a tricky situation, dog. If I'm in Terry's camp, yeah, I'm trying to get a deal done. If I want north of 30, like they've been saying all along, if I'm trying to get 32, 31, whatever, and the team trying to offer 27 to 29, I'm like, can we meet at 30? Can we meet at 30? Can we all right, 29 and a half, 29.5, like come on, his agent need to do his job, but that's a whole nother conversation. But like I said, man, Terry McLaurin was activated off the PUP list, and he will be set to ramp up in practice. So you will be seeing Terry McLaurin working on the sideline a little bit as they ramp him up slow, and then they'll start giving him work him in slowly with his reps. So that's gonna do it for your boy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, help me get into the algorithm so we can get you this news with the Commanders. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, but before I go, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Long live my brother Rico. We rocking for you, brother. Let's get out of here.